welcome. Uh, in this video, I'm gonna be reading Genesis 25 of the Bible, the NIV version. That stands for New International Version. So version twice, and so I guess the NIV translation that makes more sense. It's the New International Version. Anyway, I think it's probably a little bit. There we go. I think this. Alright. Anyway, we're doing Genesis 25, or I am anyway. Alright, Genesis 25. This is gonna be talking about the various topics. Touching on that. It's a short chapter, but especially compared to the last one, there aren't many chapters. So I haven't encountered many chapters so far that are longer than 24. 24 is pretty long. Alright, anyway, this is going to be talking about the death of Abraham, Ishmael's son, kids, I guess. I think, if I remember right, Ishmael is the kid that Abraham had with Hagar, the Egyptian slave or whatever, or maidservant or something like that. And then and it's gonna be talking about some Jacob and Esau, which are Isaac's kids, I think. Anyway. Abraham took another wife, whose name was Keturah. She bore him Zimran, Jokshan, Medan, Midian, Ishbak, and Shewa. Jokshan was the father of Sheba and Dedan. The descendants of Dedan were the Asherites, the Letashites, and the Lumites. The sons of Midian were Ephah, Epher, Hanak, Abida, and Eldah. All these were descendants of Keturah. Abraham left everything he owned to Isaac, but while he was still living, he gave gifts to the sons of his concubines and sent them away from his son Isaac to the land of the east. Altogether, Abraham lived 175 years. Then Abraham breathed his last breath and died at a good old age, an old man and full of years. He was gathered to his people. His sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah near Mamre, in the field of Ephron, son of Zohar the Hittite. The field Abraham had bought from the Hittites. There Abraham was buried with his wife Sarah. After Abraham's death, God blessed his son Isaac, who then lived near Beer Lahai Roi. And then now it's going to talk about Ishmael's sons. This is the account of Abraham's son Ishmael, whom Sarah's maidservant Hagar the Egyptian bore to Abraham. These are the names of the sons of Ishmael, listed in the order of their birth: Nebaioth, the firstborn of Ishmael; Kedar, Adbeel, Midsam, Mishma, Duma, Masa, Hadad, Tema, Jetur, Naphish, and Kedema. These are the sons of Ishmael, and these are the names of the 12 tribal rulers according to their settlements and camps. Altogether, Ishmael lived 137 years. He breathed his last and died, and he was gathered to his people. His descendants settled in the area of Havilah to Shur, near the border of Egypt, as you go toward Asher, and they lived in hostility toward all their brothers. Jacob and Esau. This is the account of Abraham's son, Isaac. Abraham became the father of Isaac, and Isaac was 40 years old when he married Rebekah, daughter of Bethuel the Aramean from Padan Aram, and sister of Laban the Aramean. Isaac prayed to the Lord on behalf of his wife. because she was barren. The Lord answered his prayer, and his wife Rebekah became pregnant. The babies jostled each other within her, and she said, "Why is this happening to me?" So she went to inquire of the Lord. The Lord said to her, "Two nations are in your womb, and two peoples from within you will be separated. One people will be stronger than the other, and the older will serve the younger." When the time came for her to give birth, there were twin boys in her womb. The first to come out was red, and his whole body was like a hairy garment, so they named him Esau. After this, his brother came out with his hand grasping Esau's heel, but he was named Jacob. Isaac was 60 years old when Rebekah gave birth to them. The boys grew up, and Esau became a skillful hunter, a man of the open country, while Jacob was a quiet man, staying among the tents. Isaac, who had a taste for wild game, loved Esau, but Rebekah loved Jacob. Once when Jacob was cooking some stew, Esau came in from the open country, famished. He said to Jacob, "Quick, let me have some of that red stew. I am famished." That is why he was also called Edom. Jacob replied, "First show me your birthright." "Look, I am about to die," Esau said. "What good is the birthright to me?" But Jacob said, "Swear to me first." So he swore an oath to him, selling his birthright to Jacob. Then Jacob gave Esau some bread and some lentil stew. He ate and drank and then got up and left. So Esau despised his birthright. Alright, yeah, that was chapter 25. Alright. Just accounting, taking the stories, basically, and stuff like that. And, I got nothing more to add, really. I'm only up at this point to 26. Well, through 26, so. I still got a lot more to do. What is there, like 50 chapters in this? Yeah, let me see. Surely Genesis is one of the longest books, which makes sense, because it's the beginning. You need to start off really strong. Then let's see, Exodus is 40. Yeah, going forward, it gets short. The books get shorter, which makes sense to me, at least. But yeah, anyway, that was Genesis 25. All right, next video, of course, we'll do 20. I'll do 26. And all right, yeah, that's it.